Now, I should add that there is a world of difference between a teaching strategy and a learning strategy, as anyone involved in education should know, but in practice never seems to take seriously. It is safe to say that almost all strategies used by teachers to teach students are the former, teaching strategies, not the latter, actual learning strategies. Teaching strategies, which are typically ways of, usually coercively, organising schoolwork or ideas on paper, ways of having students respond to questions or complete tasks, whether they move around a class, speak or not speak, draw pictures or write words, indeed the very behaviours typically promoted by theorists and cultivated in classes by teachers, these are teaching strategies. These are things that the teacher wants the student to do, or usually not just wants, but instructs the students to do. They are activities, busy work, designed to, and here's another buzzword, keep the student engaged. Engaged means on task. On task means obedient, compliant. It does not mean asking off-topic questions and so on. Almost everything ever covered in any professional development course or a university-level teacher training course completed by teachers and ostensibly labelled a learning strategy is a teaching strategy. Learning strategies are, I will come to later, very difficult to come by. And that is because learning happens best in a free environment where coercion just is not part of the picture. So it happens to be the case that one can deploy every teaching strategy in the countless teaching handbooks and websites and seminars ever deployed, and learning can still be elusive. Why? Because simply naming something, say, 9 hats for better thinking, does not mean it is genuinely about thinking. Labelling something does not make it so. Thinking is always a creative process constrained by careful criticism. But, as I say, educational theorists love neologisms. Educational theorists think that if they come up with a neologism, they have actually invented a new idea. They're not alone in this. Prominent so-called public intellectuals excel at this kind of thing, inventing words. Typically what they or the educational theorists have done is either just label common sense or some older idea or adapted some pre-existing set of ideas for the purpose of naming it a teaching or learning strategy. And the theorist will always give these a name. In the case of education, one might, for example, want to encourage students to become a physics brain, B-R-A-I-N. An idea I came up with when I thought it was the right thing to do. Here's how it works. Think of something about a topic that B bugs you. Then also something that you can R reflect on, and A, another idea related to the one under study. Find something I interesting, and finally something N negative. You can make up your own acronym. On my own reflection about all this, I realised this is a scheme far from organising thoughts. It restricted them.